Hi guys, this is a quick update. I siliconed the adapter plate and bolted it down tight to the motor. No gasket, just silicone. And then I have glued the gaskets to the adapter for the 460. And then once that dried, I put axle grease on top of the gasket in the hopes that it won't stick to the intake and I can swap intakes without ruining the gasket. If not, I do have some spare gaskets, but I thought I'd at least give it a try and see if I could make it happen quickly. Since there's no oil or vacuum, well, there's vacuum, no oil at the bottom, it should be pretty easy to swap the intakes and see how it does. And now I guess it's time to put the intake itself on. So that's my next step. Okay, so now the intake is bolted on. I know the bolts are a bit of a mismatch, just in color. They're all flange bolts. Intake is bolted down good. I plugged the vacuum leaks. Now this is the Torker 1, and I have opened up the plenum. Remember, it had that slope piece in here, which I'm not quite sure I understand. I'm sure it was probably to drive up airspeed or something, but I think it's too much of a restriction. So I opened it up. That allows it to fit a regular carburetor and has a regular plenum. Now remember, this one flows 260, which is still more than what the heads flow. So that should be a good match. I also have worked on the dual quad, dual plane. I dug out two 500s. I rejetted them so that they're just standard jetting for my altitude. Remember, I'm at 7,000 feet. So they're jetted down just a little bit, but kind of standard jetting. They're 500 CFM apiece, so that's 1,000 CFM. That should be more than enough for a regular stalker motor. I got a fuel line hooked up that will hook up to regular stuff, and I got a linkage hooked up, just something simple, so that it opens both carburetors. And so that's ready to go. The Torker 2, if we run it, not expecting a big change over the Torker 1, but would take the same carburetor. Now, I can't put the carburetor on at the moment because I'm using it on the run stand over there to make that motor go. I needed a reliable carb, and I knew that one worked. So at the present moment, the engine's all back together. I put all the plugs back in, intake's mounted on, and so it's pretty well ready to go. Should be able to run. Compression was good. The lifters all rotated. I double checked since the intake was off. Compression was 100 psi basically on all the cylinders. Now remember, this is cold, old, and I'm at 7,000 foot up. So, and that was without an intake on it, so you know it was open on the intake side. But it was pretty even, basically 100 psi on every cylinder. So, engine's looking like it's still in good shape. This is the Make It Run motor with the advanced cam, and now with the 460 adapter plate, so that we can play with 460 intakes. And I know you all are dying to see what that one runs like. Dual quad, dual plane. So, I'll talk to you later. Have a good day.